Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Dab of the day. I've got to talk softly still. On a lot of medicine right now. So I'm having hot and cold and hot and cold. But I want to wish a happy Passover, first thing, to all those who celebrate and urge you to celebrate remotely. Please stay home, stay safe. Let's get to today's topic. I think you'll all feel this a common theme. How many of you have noticed an increase in telemarketers, calls coming into your home now at all hours of the day and night from numbers you don't recognize? The unfortunate part about it, we may have to pick up these numbers. What if it's a healthcare professional calling me? What if it's the healthcare company calling me? What if it's, that's the phone number? So you've got to be very careful that even though you don't want to pick up sales calls during this time, you could also have urgent matters that people are trying to reach you. It's a very difficult quandary that it puts us in. Do we pick up phones that we don't know the number from to take a chance that we miss somebody that we should have had been able to call us? It's a difficult thing. And I think it brings up a whole other topic. And that's the topic, unfortunately, that I've had to deal with. People are hoarding. People are hoarding to raise prices on things. I've ended up having to buy things on eBay to keep my house clean. And now you can't even do that. A bottle of Lysol is going for $50. This ISO alcohol is going for $50 also. It's just incredible. And you could say that's the American way, that's commerce, but it's not. It's people taking advantage of a very bad situation. The other thing that's difficult to swallow, because I've ordered some things. I've ordered a mask for myself because I don't feel well. A couple other things health related. And guess what? Even from Amazon, something to help my breathing. Everything's made in China. Everything takes time to come. And then when it comes, are you going to open the box and not spray it with the chemical that kills anything or put it under a ultraviolet light or something? I think that's the challenge right now. I think the world is upside down, and what we knew as solutions are out the window right now to many things. So, unfortunately, what we have to do is come up with a whole new panel of solutions to a whole new panel of problems. It's no longer how bad does my back hurt. It's, oh my God, I can't get a shot. I can't get to the surgical center. They're not going to let me into the hospital for an elective. What do I do? You see, everything is cockeyed. So we have to come up with a whole new set of guidelines for ourselves to determine what an emergency is. Because I'm telling you many times it's been an emergency, but I probably could have made it through, although it was horribly, horribly painful. And I talked to this doctor, the pain doctor, and he said the state of New Jersey is not allowing. So what do? You don't go to another state, but what do you do? For my issue in here, the proper diagnostic tool is a scoping through your nose, down your esophagus to see your vocal cords, etc. My doctor told me I wouldn't have that if I were you right now. Well, that's because that thing sits out in an office, then they clean it, and then they put it in. But that office could have germs, even one. And then you're inserting it right into your nasal passages. So you essentially, people like me, like I feel like right now, got to ride it out. Got to ride it out with lemon drops, honey drops, hot liquids, and thinking about all of you. I want to tell you just how important it is for me to have you. A lot of you recently have said how important it is for you to have me. Boy, oh boy, is it a two-way street out there. It's really important for me to have you. I value each and every comment. And if you put a thumbs down or you give me a negative comment, I go right to it. I want to find out what I didn't do right. So keep them coming, because that's how I know I'm doing my job. That's how I know I'm doing what I like to do the best I can, is when you all respond. And it's okay to respond that you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't agree with what I'm saying. It's okay. That's what we do. It's a dialogue. But I think what I talked about in the beginning is very important. Priorities have changed. Think about it. The priority is getting food in the house. Think about it. I'm not going to a store anymore. I'm on no store duty right now. Mrs. Stoner, too. Our daughter's kind enough, she's going to go out and get a few things for us. We're really well stocked. I did a really good job about 3 weeks ago, bringing in a lot of frozen stuff and stuff that would last long. Before the frenzy started, I got in right under the wire to the stores before the craziness, me and my buddy. And I got to tell you, now I think what I need to do is unpack my mind, unpack my stresses, because Mrs. Stoner said to me yesterday, quick story, Sugar needs a haircut. Obviously, all groomers in New Jersey are closed. We found a groomer in Allentown, Pennsylvania, an hour and 10 minutes from here. That would do it. She's not that long, but to me, of course, because she's my sweet baby, I want everything perfect. Her groomer, her local groomer, says she's fine. She'll last 3 or 4 weeks, don't worry. I was so worried about this, so amped up, that it made it even worse for me. Catching a breath, taking a deep breath, yawning, it made it much worse for me, as a matter of fact. Much worse. So here's the plan for me personally. After unpacking all the bullshit and finding out what was wrong, there's nothing I can do anything about right now. So I've got to take a couple of chill pills, which I have. Pills, actual chill pills. And let it go. I encourage you, if your business is taken care of, if everything you're worrying about is stuff you can't control, chill it down. We're in a world right now where a lot's on autopilot. We don't have control. Try to control the small little things. You know, there's an old saying I talk about, how you eat the big whale. It says baby shark to the mama shark. Mama says one bite at a time. That's this situation. There's too much to be doing our normal frenzied routine. It's just overwhelming for anyone. So the best thing to do is do the prayer, the Serenity prayer, say, I can't do anything about something I can't do anything about, and find things you can do something about, and do them. And there'll be the things you'll feel better about. Maybe it's just calming down about what's going on out there, because I know a lot of us are worried about it. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Here's our faux dab of the day. Oh, so strong. Whew. That was our faux dab of the day. So now, what we do is we go on to the next part. We try to decompress. We try to remember that all things we're thinking about are not things we can control. Let's do the best we can to stay out of pain and keep moving forward, one step at a time. Cheers.